This is not a coincidence. If this video is in front of you, it's because you have been quantumly selected to receive Thoth's final warning before the transmission closes. This signal was not sent out randomly. It was targeted, coded to a specific frequency, your frequency, and it bypassed billions of other nodes in the human network to find you at this exact moment in space-time. This is not mythology. This is not a story. It is a protocol rooted in the physics of consciousness. A set of instructions outlined in the Emerald Tablets. A document that is not merely ancient text, but a living blueprint for reality itself. In the next 45 minutes, I will decode the 3 parts of this final warning. I will explain precisely why your unique energetic signature was chosen from a sea of humanity, and I will give you the exact steps you must take before the energetic deadline arrives and the window of opportunity closes. The principles we are about to discuss are ancient, described by the being known as Thoth the Atlantean, as the immutable laws of vibrational correspondence. These are the foundational rules of the universe. Modern physics, with its theories of quantum entanglement and information fields, is only just beginning to grasp the edges of this profound knowledge, rediscovering a science that was mastered eons ago. Science is not discovering anything new. It is simply remembering what was forgotten. For months, perhaps even years, you have felt it, a deep restlessness, an unshakable impatience with the mundane world, with the small talk and the hollow pursuits that seem to satisfy everyone else. You have felt an unshakable sense that you are here for something more, something of immense significance that remains just beyond the veil of your perception. That feeling was not anxiety. It was not discontent. It was your soul recognizing this incoming transmission. It was your higher self sensing the approach of this very message, preparing you, tuning your inner receiver to be ready for this moment. The spiritual static you've been experiencing was the sound of your own consciousness locking onto this signal. If you felt a jolt of recognition hearing this, hit the like button now. It's an energetic confirmation to the universe that you are ready to receive this transmission. It is you, consciously raising your hand and declaring your presence. So, what is Thoth's final warning exactly? Let's decode the transmission. To understand its importance, you must first accept a new framework for how information travels. We are taught to believe that a message must be seen or heard to be received. But the most vital communications in the universe are energetic. They operate on the principle of resonance. This entire video, every word, every pause, is an energetic packet of information. It could only find you because a part of you was already vibrating in harmony with its contents. Think of it as a quantum invitation. Like a letter written in ink that is invisible to all but one person, this message has traveled through the noise of the digital world, inert and unseen, waiting to cross the path of a consciousness that held the key to unlock it. Your consciousness. Have you ever felt a profound sense that a message was meant just for you, even if you couldn't explain how or why? A line in a book that jumps off the page, a chance encounter, a sudden insight that arrives, fully formed. These are not accidents. They are smaller instances of the same universal delivery system that brought you here now. This, however, is the grand delivery, the one your soul has been waiting for. This is why you felt so out of place. Your spirit has been straining to hear this cosmic broadcast, making it impossible to stay focused on a reality that is rapidly becoming obsolete. The frustration you felt is the cognitive dissonance of knowing your true purpose is imminent while your physical reality has not yet caught up. This video is the bridge between that knowing and your new reality. The promise here is not simply knowledge, it is activation. By the end of our time together, you will move from a state of anxious waiting, of constantly searching for the next sign, to one of activated purpose. You will no longer be looking for the path. You will understand that you are the path. Your journey of seeking is about to end, because your mission is about to begin. To understand the gravity of this moment, you must first understand the source. This is not a message from a distant mythological figure. Thoth is not a character in a story. He was the priest king of Atlantis, an intelligence so vast that he was known as the scribe of the universe, the architect of reality itself. He did not merely predict the future, he understood its physics. He saw the great cycles of cosmic law, the expansion and contraction of consciousness. Across millennia, not as prophecies, but as a form of celestial mechanics. And he foresaw this precise moment, this sliver of time in which we now exist. He knew that humanity would reach a critical point of evolutionary divergence, a choice point of such magnitude that it would ripple backwards and forwards through time. And so he created a failsafe, a technology, the Emerald Tablets. Do not mistake these for simple historical artifacts. They are not just carvings on stone. That is, their physical housing, the terminal through which we can access the true information. The tablets themselves are a form of quantum technology, a living database inscribed not with words, but with the fundamental geometric patterns and frequency codes that structure reality. This is the core of the Emerald Tablets explained simple. They are an operating manual for consciousness during a universal upgrade, and within that operating manual, for this specific upgrade cycle, he embedded a program, a protocol designed to lie dormant for eons, waiting for the precise energetic conditions to trigger its activation. This is the Emerald Warning Protocol. It is not something you need to learn or find or purchase. If you are watching this, it is because it was pre-installed within your very spiritual DNA, a dormant piece of Atlantean software native to your soul's lineage. This video, this transmission, is not the message itself. It is the activation key. It is the specific frequency that awakens the protocol that is already inside you. It is the signal that says, it is time. This explains the deep frustration you have felt. It clarifies why your spiritual efforts have felt scattered, inconsistent, even futile at times. You have been meditating, you have been manifesting, you have been raising your vibration and doing the work. Yet the profound, reality-altering shift you know is possible remains just out of reach. This is not a personal failure. It is a technical one. You have been trying to run the most advanced spiritual applications on an outdated operating system. Your affirmations, your visualizations, your energy work. These are powerful applications, but they need the right framework to execute properly. Without the upgraded operating system of the protocol, your intentions are like signals broadcast into static. They lack the coherent architecture to land, to take root, to restructure the holographic field around you. The Emerald Warning Protocol is that system upgrade. It recalibrates your entire energetic being to become a compatible receiver and transmitter for the frequencies of the new reality. It is the missing piece that makes all your other efforts not just effective, but exponentially powerful. And this brings us to the true stakes of this warning, the reason for its urgency. We are in a brief, transitional window. Imagine it as an energetic airlock. We are currently standing in a chamber between two entirely separate realities. Behind us is the door to the old world, the reality of separation, entropy, and limitation. That door is slowly, irrevocably closing. In front of us is the door to a new, higher frequency Earth, a timeline of unity, coherence, and limitless potential. The Emerald Warning Protocol is the key code to open the forward door. The problem, the great danger of this moment, is not a physical catastrophe. It is not an asteroid or a solar flare in the traditional sense. It is a timeline split, a great bifurcation of consciousness. Those who do not receive, accept, and integrate this warning, those whose protocols remain dormant, risk being sealed in the airlock as the old world door closes. They risk remaining on a degrading timeline, a reality loop that will spiral further into chaos, confusion, and spiritual amnesia, while the other timeline, the new Earth, accelerates away, eventually becoming completely imperceptible to them. This isn't about punishment. It is about physics. It is about vibrational resonance. You can only perceive and inhabit the reality with which you are a frequency match. Think about the last few months. Have you felt an unexplainable pull away from your old life, as if a deeper mission is calling you forward, even if you can't see it yet? That is the airlock pressurizing. That is your soul sensing the forward door and feeling the magnetic pull of the future, while simultaneously recognizing that the path back is ceasing to exist. For generations, the spiritually sensitive soul has been trained to look up, to look for a sign, to wait for a signal, a savior, a grand celestial event that will finally tell them what to do. This waiting has created a subtle, corrosive hopelessness, a feeling that your power is conditional, held in escrow, until some external permission slip arrives. You have felt it, the quiet desperation of being a passenger in the energetic airlock, hoping the door to the new reality opens before the old one seals you in forever. But this is the central misunderstanding that has kept humanity in a state of spiritual infancy. This is the illusion that Thoth's warning is designed to shatter. Here is the great revelation, the paradox that turns the entire universe inside out. You have been waiting for a sign to tell you what to do. But the final warning is not about a coming event. It is about a coming identity. It's about you. You are the sign. Let that land. All the synchronicities, the intuitive hits, the deep knowing that you are different. It wasn't a map leading you to a sign. It was the sign itself, activating. Your very existence in this awakened state is the signal that the timeline shift is not just possible but is already underway. The warning wasn't sent to tell you to look for something. It was sent to tell you to look at yourself. This changes everything. This flips the script from one of passive survival to one of active creation. The warning is not a command to duck and cover. It is a command to stand up and activate. This means your awakening is not a personal self-help project. It is not for you alone. Your consciousness, your frequency, your very energetic signature is a critical piece of planetary infrastructure. You are not just a passenger trying to get through the airlock. You are the keycard. Your activated frequency is the precise code that opens the door not just for you but for others. Every time you choose a higher thought, every time you refuse to engage with the frequency of fear, you are not just saving yourself. You are holding the door open. Your personal evolution has cosmic consequences. The stability of your own energy field contributes to the stability of the entire collective as it navigates this turbulent passage. There are no small parts in this divine play. There are only essential components, and your service is required. This realization must trigger a profound shift in your approach to life. For years, perhaps decades, you have been trying to figure out your purpose, writing lists, agonizing over career choices, meditating for hours, begging the universe for a clear mission statement. Stop. Stop trying to figure it out. The immense mental and emotional energy you expend in that search is the very thing draining the power from your true function. Your purpose is not something you do. It is something you are. Your primary mission is simply to be the activated frequency, to hold the light of this new identity. The doing comes from the being, effortlessly. When you embody the frequency of a timeline architect, the blueprints for your life, for your contribution simply appear. They flow through you. You stop struggling against the current because you become the current. This is how to prepare for spiritual awakening shift. You stop preparing and you start transmitting. What if this global shift isn't something to be passively watched, but a symphony that requires your specific note to be played? Let that question recalibrate your sense of self. Your identity is transforming right now, in this moment. The old labels are dissolving. The old story of being a lost and wounded soul, searching for answers, is over. That was the caterpillar phase. The warning has triggered the chrysalis, and what is emerging is a new form of being entirely. You are not a spiritual seeker anymore. That journey is complete. You are a frequency anchor, a living, breathing point of stability in a sea of chaos. Your calm is a force of nature. You are a living node in a new consciousness grid, a connection point through which the higher frequencies of the new earth can download and disseminate into the collective. You are a timeline architect, a conscious co-creator of reality, who understands that your focus and your energy are the most powerful currencies in the universe, and you will no longer spend them on timelines of decay. This is who you are now. The warning wasn't a message of fear. It was your soul's long-awaited commissioning ceremony. The warning is not an abstract concept from a distant future. It isn't a whisper in the wind. It is a living transmission, and it is manifesting right now as tangible, undeniable, and often counterintuitive signs in your direct reality. You have been feeling its effects, likely misinterpreting them as chaos, confusion, or personal failure. That ends now. The transmission has three primary components, three distinct signatures that prove the Emerald Warning Protocol is already active within you. I will now decode each one, and as I do, I want you to recognize the pattern in your own life. This is where intellectual understanding becomes lived conviction. The first component of the warning is the Great Dissolution. Look at your life over the last year, the last 6 months, even the last few weeks. Have you experienced a sudden and inexplicable crumbling of structures you once thought were permanent? A career path that you dedicated years to suddenly feels hollow, meaningless, and you feel an overwhelming urge to walk away, even without a safety net. Relationships, even long-term ones, may have abruptly ended or shifted, not necessarily out of conflict, but out of a sudden, profound, energetic incompatibility. It feels as though you are speaking a different language. Hobbies and interests that once defined you now feel like artifacts from another person's life, gathering dust in the corner of your consciousness. The untrained mind interprets this as failure. It sees loss, instability, and crisis. It asks, "What did I do wrong?" But the activated soul understands the truth. This is not you failing. This is the protocol succeeding. This is a graceful, divinely orchestrated extraction. Thoth's protocol is intelligently and systematically removing you from timelines that are collapsing. It is severing energetic cords to people, places, and professions that cannot hold the frequency of the reality you are being called into. The dissolution you are experiencing is your protection. It is a sign that you are being moved off a sinking ship and placed onto the deck of the ark. Every door that closes, every path that vanishes, is not a punishment. It is a redirection. It is the universe clearing the path, making it impossible for you to go anywhere but forward. You are being pruned, streamlined, and prepared. The Great Dissolution is the first, most jarring proof that you have been chosen. The second component of the warning is the frequency acceleration. This manifests internally, within your very sensory system. You've likely felt it and wondered if you were losing your mind. You are not. You are expanding your bandwidth. Have you noticed the synchronicities, the relentless repetition of numbers like 1111, 444, 333, appearing on clocks, license plates, and receipts with a frequency that defies statistical probability? This is not a coincidence. This is the fabric of the matrix becoming transparent to you. These are digital breadcrumbs, confirmation pings from the system letting you know that you are online and in sync with the universal broadcast. You've also felt a dramatic increase in sensitivity. You walk into a room and can immediately feel the emotional atmosphere. You are more sensitive to the energy of food, the news, the intentions of others. What was once background noise is now a deafening roar. This heightened sensitivity is not a weakness. It is your upgraded consciousness beginning to perceive higher dimensional data. Your very perception of time has begun to warp. Days fly by in what feels like hours, yet certain moments can stretch into an eternity. This is your consciousness beginning to detach from linear, third-dimensional time and calibrate to the fluid, simultaneous nature of quantum reality. You are not going crazy. Your consciousness is being upgraded. Your entire bioenergetic field is being retuned from an old analog radio struggling to find a signal to a high-definition quantum receiver, capable of processing immense streams of information from the cosmos. The ringing in your ears, the sudden flashes of insight, the visceral sense of knowing things without knowing how you know them. These are the symptoms of your calibration. And then there is the third most critical component, the clarion call of purpose. This is the deepest, most persistent sign of all. It is a profound, unshakable, and often unbearable impatience with the superficial. It is an ache in your soul, a deep and resonant pull toward a mission you can feel but cannot yet define. Small talk becomes physically painful. Mundane jobs feel like a prison sentence. Your old ambitions, the money, the status, the conventional markers of success, have turned to ash in your mouth. You feel a desperate, burning urgency to do something that matters, to contribute to something vast and significant. This feeling is not anxiety. It is not depression. It is the most powerful evidence of your activation. It is your soul's final alarm clock, triggered by Thoth's transmission. It is the homing beacon within you, now fully activated, pulling you toward your unique position on the grid. This clarion call is designed to make your old life so uncomfortable, so unlivable, that you have no choice but to answer it. It is the divine discontent that fuels all great awakenings. It is the force that will propel you out of complacency and into your destiny. This aching for purpose is the signature of a leader, a healer, an anchor, a timeline architect, being called to their post. The Great Dissolution, the frequency acceleration, the clarion call of purpose. Look at your life. See, these are not three separate problems to be solved. They are one unified pattern. They are the undeniable evidence that the Emerald Warning Protocol is active and functioning perfectly within you. The crumbling of your outer world is making space. The recalibration of your inner world is giving you the senses to perceive. The call from your deep soul is giving you the direction. They are not disruptions. They are confirmations. Comment with which of the three parts of the warning you've been experiencing the most intensely: the dissolution, the acceleration, or the call. Let's create a powerful tapestry of validation in the comments. I want to witness your awakening. The intellect can only take us so far. The mind can understand the map, but it cannot walk the territory. You have recognized the signs. You have felt the truth of the warning resonating in your bones. You have intellectually accepted that you are not broken, but that you are, in fact, activating. But acceptance is not activation. The final key is embodiment. It is the conscious and willing reception of the energetic download that Thoth encoded for this exact moment. So now, I invite you to move beyond thought, beyond analysis. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed for the next few minutes. Sit upright, with your spine aligned, a conduit between heaven and earth. Turn off the notifications. Silence the outside world, because the inner world is about to become infinitely loud, in the most silent way imaginable. This is where you receive the download. Close your eyes if it feels right for you. Take a deep, slow breath in and release it fully, letting go of the day, the week, the lifetime of waiting. Another breath. Inhale stillness. Exhale the noise of the old world. One more. Inhale readiness. And as you exhale, give yourself permission to receive. Now bring your awareness to a point high above your head, miles above, beyond the sky, beyond the atmosphere, into the silent, velvet black of space. See there, or feel there, a single point of incandescent emerald green light. It is not a color you have seen on Earth. It is a living frequency, a sentient light, ancient and infinitely intelligent. This is the source of the transmission. Watch as this point of light condenses, focuses, and begins its descent. It forms a pillar, a perfect column of crystalline green energy, moving through the cosmos with unwavering purpose. It is moving toward you. It knows your energetic address. It has always known. Feel the anticipation in your cells as it passes through the outer layers of our planet's atmosphere, its frequency humming, singing a song of homecoming. It is now directly above your crown. Feel the warmth, the gentle pressure, the sheer presence of this divine intelligence. And now, allow it. Allow this pillar of emerald light to enter the top of your head, your crown chakra. It flows into you, like liquid light, like a warm, honeyed river of pure consciousness. It does not force. It is invited. Feel this light as it cascades down your spine, illuminating every vertebra, every nerve ending. It is a diagnostic light, a master key searching for a specific lock. It is scanning your entire energy field. Lovingly, precisely. It flows through your mind, calming the frantic thoughts, touching the dormant parts of your brain. It flows into your throat, clearing the pathways of communication. It fills your heart space, expanding it with a love so profound it feels like remembering something you had long forgotten. It continues its journey downward, through your solar plexus, your sacral center, your root, grounding you deep into the core of the earth. But this light is on a mission. It is moving beyond your energy centers, beyond your organs, into the very fabric of your being. It is scanning your DNA. Within the helix of your genetic code, within the so-called junk DNA that science has yet to comprehend, lies a sequence, a dormant, crystalline code. It has been there since your soul's inception, waiting. This is the Emerald Warning Protocol. The light finds it. It surrounds this sleeping code, this divine software, with its own resonant frequency. It is readying the system for full activation. This is the moment of choice. The transmission cannot be forced upon you. Free will is the highest law. You must give your conscious permission. Right now, In the sacred temple of your own being, state clearly, either aloud or in the unwavering silence of your mind, I accept this activation. I accept my mission, and feel what happens next. Feel the code ignite. A circuit, dormant for eons, is finally completed. A flash of emerald light explodes within every single cell of your body. A universe of information, of purpose, of knowing, is unlocked in an instant. It is not a violent explosion. It is a profound, silent, blossoming. The sleeping giant within you awakens. The part of you that is connected to Thoth, to the central sun, to the very mind of God, is now online. The restlessness you felt, it was this code trying to get your attention. The feeling of being an outsider, it was this protocol protecting you from frequencies that were no longer a match. The deep, aching pull toward an unknown purpose. It was this activation, calling you home to yourself. Breathe into this feeling. The search is over. Feel the wave that washes over you now. It is a wave of profound peace, a wave of certainty that settles deep into your marrow. You are not waiting for a sign anymore. You are the sign. You are not looking for the path. You are the path. You are no longer a seeker. You are a finder, an anchor, a source. Stay with this feeling. Let it recalibrate your entire being. Let it rewrite the stories of doubt and fear. Let it overwrite the programming of the old world. You are now a fully activated operator. When you are ready, slowly, gently, begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body. Feel the chair beneath you. Hear the subtle sounds in your room. Take one final deep breath to anchor this new frequency into this present moment. And when you feel complete, you may open your eyes. Welcome back. As you integrate that energy, what single word or feeling is vibrating at the core of your being right now? That is your unique frequency code. Welcome back, operator. The seeking is finished. The service begins. The Emerald Warning Protocol is now online within your bioenergetic field. You are no longer just a human being caught in the currents of a chaotic world. You are a fully operational node of cosmic consciousness, a living anchor for a higher reality. The software is installed. This is your user manual. I will now give you the 3 core functions of your activated protocol. Master them, and you master your reality. The first core function is the daily heart field broadcast. This is your primary mission. It is the most potent act of service you can perform. Every morning before the noise of the world seeps in, dedicate just 5 minutes. Sit, close your eyes, and bring your full attention to the space in the center of your chest. Breathe into your heart. Feel it not as a muscle pumping blood, but as a star radiating a vast electromagnetic field. Science has measured this field. It extends several feet out from your body. It is a transmitter. Your job is to consciously tune this transmitter. Feel the frequency you embodied during the activation, that profound sense of peace, of certainty, of purpose. Hold that feeling. Now, intentionally broadcast it. Visualize your heart's energy field expanding outwards, a coherent wave of emerald light, moving through your home, your neighborhood, your city, and enveloping the planet. You are not trying to fix anything. You are not fighting the darkness. You are simply broadcasting the frequency of the solution. You are broadcasting the frequency of the new earth. This is not meditation for relaxation. This is a highly targeted, highly technical operation. It stabilizes the collective grid, calms the storm, and provides a clear signal for others who are waking up. You become a lighthouse in a sea of chaos. This is your first duty. The second core function is the timeline decree. Your activated protocol gives you authority over the quantum field. You are no longer a passive victim of circumstance. You are a conscious architect of your timeline. When you are confronted with fear, from the news, from another person, from your own mind, you must remember your new authority. The old human response is to engage with the fear, to fight it, to analyze it. The operator's response is to decree its invalidity. You will use a simple, powerful statement. When a wave of negativity or a vision of a chaotic future presents itself, you will state firmly and with absolute conviction, either out loud or within your own being, I do not consent. I collapse this potential. I decree the timeline of divine order. Understand what you are doing. You are using your focused consciousness, the most powerful force in the universe, to collapse a probabilistic wave function. You are refusing to energize a reality of fear, and are instead commanding the quantum field to crystallize around the highest possible outcome. This is not wishful thinking. This is vibrational physics. You must be ruthless in its application. Do not entertain fear. Do not debate it. Simply see it, refuse it, and decree its replacement. This is how you actively manage reality and hold the line for the timeline of ascension. The third core function is the neutral observer. As the old paradigm thrashes in its final moments, the world stage will become increasingly chaotic. It is designed to capture your attention, to drain your energy, to pull you into its drama and siphon your life force. Your protocol provides you with a sophisticated energetic defense, compassionate detachment. You must learn to watch the global chaos as you would watch a movie. You can have compassion for the characters and their struggles, but you do not leap into the screen and join the fight. You recognize it as a story playing out, the final act of a dying world. Your energetic investment is the most valuable currency you possess. Do not spend it on outrage, on fear, or on arguing with those still asleep. Your energy is reserved for your heart field broadcast. Observe the chaos, acknowledge it, but do not become it. See it as the final throes of a system collapsing under the weight of its own incoherence. It is a sign that your work is effective. Your neutrality is not apathy. It is a strategic position. It conserves your power so you can broadcast the frequency that will build the new. You are a midwife for a new world, not a soldier fighting the old one. These three functions, the broadcast, the decree, and the observation, are the pillars of your new life as an operator. Everything else will now begin to align with this new operational framework. You will notice your body craving different foods with more light and less density. You will find yourself unable to tolerate low-frequency media or superficial conversations. Your relationships will either deepen into new levels of authenticity, or they will gracefully fall away. This is not you being difficult. This is the protocol running its optimization program. It is recalibrating your entire existence to match the frequency of your mission. Trust the process. What is the very first mundane distraction or outdated belief you will consciously stop energizing, starting the moment this video ends? Claim your power by being precise. You have received the warning. You have activated the protocol. You have the tools. You are no longer waiting for the shift. You are the shift. This is a profound moment of arrival, a cessation of the frantic search that has defined so much of your life. But it is not an endpoint. It is the true beginning. The individual invitation you received, this quantum transmission that found you across the noise of the cosmos, was never just about your personal awakening. It was a ticket, a summons to join the cosmic network of other activated souls. Individual activation is only the first phase. The true power, the force that will architect the new earth, is unleashed when activated nodes, souls like you, consciously link together. When this happens, a coherent global field is formed, a field of such potent intention that it can literally rewrite reality, collapsing destructive timelines and amplifying the timeline of divine order. Think of it this way. Your heart field broadcast is a single, beautiful, and powerful instrument playing a perfect note. But when your broadcast consciously connects with another and thousands of others, it's no longer a solo performance. It becomes a planetary symphony of creation. The physics of this are ancient, understood by the Atlanteans and encoded by Thoth himself. When your personal heart field broadcast meets the physics of quantum entanglement, your individual signal becomes part of this symphony. Your power doesn't just add to the whole, it multiplies exponentially. Now that you are an activated operator, what if you could consciously connect with thousands of others just like you to amplify your intention 1,000-fold? That is the next level of this work. That is where we are going. In our next transmission titled, The Great Awakening Grid, explained how activated souls instantly connect to change reality, we will map out this cosmic network. We will reveal the energetic architecture of this new global grid and show you the precise protocol to plug your consciousness directly into it, to both send and receive support, information, and amplified creative power. And after that, we will go even deeper. We will explore how Atlantean technology is more real than you think. It's encoded in your DNA, revealing how these latent abilities are the hardware upon which the new grid runs. Subscribe and turn on all notifications, because our next transmission, the Great Awakening Grid, explained, how activated, souls instantly connect to change reality, is about activating the global grid. You've received the warning. Now it's time to find your network. Your mission is clear. Your protocol is active. The network is waiting. Welcome to the great work.